What's up YouTube, this is Heartless and I am back with another video, and today's topic we're going to talk about is the PlayStation 5. But before we get into that, I want to personally thank you guys for checking out our last podcast and the last video. I will be putting the link into the description. Also, I will be putting up a thumbnail up top on the right hand corner of the link of the video as well. It's a new show that we have, and it's basically different as far as how we talk about different things and how we go about talking about different topics and things like that. It's more of an open lobby type of podcast where we just talk about random stuff, but at the end of the day, it's basically news, so we're just not going to just talking about things just to talk about it. Is basically news, and we're going to be informing everybody on different things about what's going on throughout the world. But the name of that new podcast is called Podcast Unlimited, so be sure to check that out. Again, I'll be posting a little thumbnail on the top right hand side of this video. Anyway, let me get on to today's topic. Today's topic is the PlayStation 5. Do you think it will be released anytime soon? Do you think PlayStation 5 will be released to counter the Xbox Scorpio? Okay, first off, I don't think so, because like Cut said in previous podcasts, it's basically a mid-gen console. Like for instance, with the iPhone, you have the iPhone 6, and then there's the iPhone 6s, and then there's the iPhone 7. Before Microsoft drop another console, another generation console, I really honestly feel like this console is a mid-generation console. So this console will take the form of the iPhone 6s, not the iPhone 7. Now, with that being said, as for the naming, I don't think they're going to keep Xbox Scorpio. I think from what I see about their naming strategy and their strategic method is equivalent to cell phone. Why I say that is because if you look at the HTC went with the HTC One. Right now, ask yourself what comes after. Now this is just me speculating. What comes after One? Even it's a new phone that's called something One. Right now, what usually comes out after the One is not a Pro, because obviously Sony took the Apple route by taking a Pro name. Now this is just me speculating. Again, it might not turn out this way, but this is from what I've seen from previous of the years. Now I honestly feel like when the new Xbox comes out, it's going to be called not Xbox 2, because that's dumb as hell and it's sleazy, but instead they're going to name it, in my opinion, and this is me speculating again, I really feel like they're going to name the new Xbox One Plus. The reason why I feel like they're going to name it Xbox One Plus is because it's marketable. People could see the difference between the two consoles. The Scorpio / Xbox One Plus is going to be more powerful. It's a plus variant. Think of the basic iPhone, and then the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus. Look at the Samsung Galaxy S8 that's getting ready to come out. Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. You get what I'm saying? The Plus variant basically gives you benefits of a bigger screen, bigger battery, stronger CPU, possibly stronger GPU, etc. Now, I honestly feel like they're going to name that Xbox One Plus for the main reason, because for two reasons. One is marketable, and for two is it's self-explanatory for customers. It's easy for customers to tell a difference between the two. Okay, well, should I get the Xbox One, which is basically the base model, or the Xbox One Plus? Because in my opinion, that would be a better name for it, instead of just the Xbox 2 or Xbox Scorpion, or yada yada yada. If they do decide to go that route, then that's not going to be until next gen. Remember guys, this console that's getting ready, the Scorpio that's getting ready to drop, is just a midlife crisis game system. It's just a mid-gen. It's not a new gen. Now, back to the PlayStation 5. I honestly believe that the earliest that we're going to see a PlayStation 5 is 2019. The earliest, if they decide to go that route. But in all honesty, I kind of believe these speculating websites, even this guy, Michael Pachter, even speculates that it's going to come out in 2020, November 2020. I honestly agree with him on that, because from 2013 to 2020 is long enough. Because you got the PlayStation, then you got the PlayStation Slim, and then you got the PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay, now it's time. Now you basically giving us a Pro variant of the base model to make the gen last a little bit longer, which is reasonable. Same with the Xbox. Xbox One, then you got the Xbox One S, the slim variant. Now this new console that's getting ready to drop, everybody still calls it Project Scorpio, but I put money on it. I actually bet that this is going to be the new name for this coming E3, that they're going to name it the Xbox One Plus. Now, I may be wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but if I'm right, just remember who you heard it first from. Not one of these big YouTubers, but the little ones. Because at the end of the day, the big YouTubers steal from the little ones. Vice versa. I'm just saying. Now, again, I'm going to leave the link in the description, as I always do, the link to the articles and whatnot. But I honestly agree with him when he said we're not going to see new hardware. Now, from what I think, what Sony's going to do once this Xbox Scorpio / Xbox One Plus drops, or whatever they decide to call it, once they show it off at E3 this year, I honestly think that they're going to probably overclock their CPU a little bit just to catch up. I'm not saying that there's weak specifications in the PlayStation 4 Pro already, but they might probably take that route as far as overclocking it to help it compete against the new Xbox that's getting ready to drop. Now, as for the PlayStation 5, I'm curious to see if they're gonna stick with AMD to try to get that new Ryzen CPU. I'm curious to see that. If they do, that's a customized version of the Ryzen, which would be a real smart move in my opinion. It really would be real smart. But as far as the Sony PlayStation 5 dropping to counter the Xbox Scorpio, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I don't think they're gonna do it. For two reasons. Reason number one, PlayStation 4 is selling crazy, still selling like hotcakes. PlayStation 4 Pro is still selling like hotcakes, from my understanding. So why would they mess that up by dropping another system? Like, that's just overkill on their part. But let me know on your opinions on what you think, what's going to happen this coming E3. Let me know what's your expectations towards the new Xbox and what you think what Sony's next move is going to be. Me personally, I think they're just going to sit back, watch to see how things go, and if they feel a certain type of way, they're not going to drop a console automatically, but instead they're probably just going to overclock it and do a couple firmware updates to help make their console perform better with video games, and wait till 2020 to drop that real banger out. But that's just me. That's my opinion. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think what's going to happen. Again, this is Heartless, over and out. Peace.